So, as promised, this is part 2 of the Ayodhya sojourn. And if you missed the part 1, I request you to please go back and watch that first and then come to this video. So, we continue with part 2, where I said that we would be speaking about the two other places which I had not covered in the part 1. So after Sita ki Rasoi, we went to see the Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas workshop. And this workshop had the pillars, bricks, and other structural materials required for the rebuilding of the temple for Ram Lalla. And at that time, it was being overseen by the Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas Trust that was formed by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad or the World Hindu Council. We also got to see the model of the temple plan in the workshop. However, on November 9, 2019, the Supreme Court of India ruled to constitute a trust formed by the central government and North Nyas to build a temple on the entire 2.77 acres of land. So, the last part of the Ayodhya sojourn, which I want to really speak about in detail, is the Ammaji temple. Now, devotees of the Sri Vaishnavism sect make it a point to visit the Ammaji temple that has been built in the Dravidian style architecture, and the pujas are conducted as per Sri Vaishnavism Sampradaya. The idols of Sri Rama, Ranganatha are enshrined in this temple. Now, this temple was founded by a gentleman called Sri Yogi Parthasarathy Iyengar over 100 years ago, who belonged to Tiruvellikeni, that is Triplicane, in Chennai or Madras. On his pilgrimage to the 108 Divya Desams, he also arrived in Ayodhya. It was his desire that the pujas should be performed according to the tenets laid out by Ramanujacharya, and it should be done in Ayodhya too. On his return, his wife, Yogi Srimati Singamar, dreamt that she found the Utsava Vigrahas of Sri Rama and Sita buried in a dilapidated temple in a village known as Tirupalani. Or where the Darbasainam Perumal is, he exists there in the Ramnathpuram district of Tamil Nadu. I had the good fortune of visiting the Tirupalani too, and we'll make a video on that another time. The couple went there looking for it, and lo and behold, the couple indeed found the dilapidated temple as well as the idols. With the assistance of their friends and relatives, they met the king of Ramnathpuram and took his permission for taking the idols with them. It took a year to construct the humble temple from 1898 to 1899, and then the couple decided to shift to Ayodhya to install the idols. So in 1904, the temple was consecrated, and Sri Parthasarathy and his wife carried on living there. However, Sri Parthasarathy lived just for another 5 years, but his wife lived on for 30 years more in Ayodhya. She looked after the administration of the temple and also taught devotees the tenets of Sri Vaishnava philosophy as well as the Swami Ramanuja Acharya Sampradaya. So, other than the ones, the places that I have listed in my previous video, and of course the Ammaji temple, of course the ghats of Ayodhya shouldn't be missed. The Saryu river that flows through this Ayodhya had several ghats and banks such as Guptar Ghat, Lakshman Ghat, Junki Ghat. Now, it is believed that the Jal Samadhi taken by Lord Rama was supposed to be at the Guptar Ghat. The Aarti in the evening is something every devotee looks forward to. The other places to visit are Valmiki Bhavan, Tulsi Smarak Bhavan, Nageshwar Nath Mandir, Ram Katha Sangralaya, and Bade Hanuman Temple. So, just a bit of a warning, that is like an addendum to this video, is at least when we went, I would say that it was better to park the car and hire an auto rickshaw. But, and also, number 2 would be please be careful of touts as they can really fleece you. And of course, dress appropriately. The other note that I want to share is, I spoke about Ayodhya being a Mukti Sthalam, and which means there are 7 Mukti Sthalams, and which includes the different parts, and they represent the different parts of Sriman Narayana or Lord Vishnu. And Avanti represents the divine feet. Kanchipuram represents the waist. Dwarka represents the Nabhi or the navel area. Maya represents the chest, Mathura represents the neck, and Kashi represents the nose. And finally, it is Ayodhya that represents the head of the Lord. And such is the importance or the glory of Ayodhya, which should be. And I'm sure it will see better times now. Now, the descent of Lord Rama on earth means different things to different people. And in a discussion with my learned friend Anusha Parthasarathy, we came to the following conclusions. Do listen to her. She will speak about it. And from me, it is Namaste. Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varanane. The word Ram is equal to all the other 1,000 names of the Vishnu Sahasranam. So let us listen to Anusha.
Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varanani. Ram Ram, what a simple yet powerful mantra. He was not born without a reason. He was one of the first Purnavatarams, with the other Purnavataram being Krishna. He was born to get his Dwarabalakas back in Vaikuntham. He was born to protect the sages from Rakshasas, and he was born to protect some Kshatriyas and even Rakshasas who sought refuge in him or offered Sharanagati. He was born to lead by principle the life of a human without wielding any magical powers. He was born to reinstate or instate his principles of one wife, one word, and one vow. He was born to show the world that a mere mortal can become a divine if he or she lead a life of austerity, principles, and satya and dharma. On the occasion of the Kumbhabhishekam of Ayodhya temple, I am very glad to share my few cents on Bhagavan Ram. I thank Sangeeta Akka for giving me the opportunity. Jai Shri Ram.